Hello and welcome to the third installment of The Entrepreneur. I'm Melissa Hyak. Today we'll be looking at 4 outstanding individuals who bring great promises to their respective fields. All 4 are also in the running for the Entrepreneur of the Year Award 2006, which celebrates the spirit of entrepreneurship by honoring these businessmen through their achievements. Walk into most major bookstores and there'll be copies of the books filling up the shelves. The company publishes a wide array of academic materials such as supplementary workbooks, textbooks, dictionaries and other educational resources. Led by its Chief Executive Officer Kelvin Yu, Singapore Asian Publications, or SAP, is a publishing group with more than 2,000 titles to its name, catering to students and adults. Founded some 30 years ago by Kelvin's father, SAP now has distribution arms in many parts of the world.
We have 3 subsidiaries, one in Malaysia, China and Hong Kong. Okay, and we are distributing to over 40 countries, mainly in the Southeast Asia, East Asia, as South as South Africa, and Mauritius, as well as Caribbean islands.
SAP now is relishing in its industrious growth. It was not the case some 6 years back. Though the company was growing steadily, Kelvin's father was more focused in providing affordable educational materials for students. Kelvin at that time was working in the banking industry and was asked to take over the family's business and make it a profitable one. Although he was enjoying considerable success with his job at the bank, Kelvin decided to take up the challenge and grow SAP.
I took about a year understanding the business, understanding what are the limitations, understanding where I can expand the business, which area I can expand the business. When I grow a business, I want it to be recognized not only in Singapore locally, but internationally and hopefully globally.
Kelvin knew that the publishing business in Singapore is highly competitive and he had to think of ways to grow and sustain SAP's business. The only way of achieving that was by expanding their range of products and increasing their overseas market shares. For Kelvin, what was a family commitment to growing the company became his true calling, as he found great satisfaction in his course of work.
I love to grow businesses. I love to manage and see how we can nourish a small business and seeing it blossom and seeing its distribution network or its presence spreads across the continent. That's my passion and that's what drives me every day to come to work.
For a proactive entrepreneur like Kelvin, he understands the importance of enhancing SAP's competitiveness. It is only then that a company's survival and well-being is ensured. But to attain entrepreneurial success, Kelvin firmly believes in taking calculated risks.
Sometimes businesses will reach a plateau, and if you don't take risk, you may remain at that level, and competitors may even catch up with you and win over you, So taking risks is important, but we have to take calculated risks, We cannot take all kinds of risks, risks that can be managed, and so that's why I think it's important to take risk, so that the company can move to the next level.
And moving to the next level is exactly what Kelvin and his team did for SAP. Knowing that the educational landscape will continue to transform and reach a wider audience, SAP made a strategic decision to team up with one of the largest bookstore chains in Indonesia, the Gramedia bookstores.
their business is very diversified. You know, they are in the media as well. There's the wider circulation of newspaper. You know, they are in bookstores, publishing, hotels. You know, and if you compare Gramedia bookstores and SAP, we are like heaven and earth. You know, in Chinese we say 天跟地, you know, heaven and earth. But why are we able to pair up this time? It's because that over these 30 years, you know, we have been running the business ethically. You know, we have been, we are a team that people can trust.
For Kelvin Yu, his sights are set on expanding SAP's business regionally and globally. And this outstanding entrepreneur is further fuel to educate and empower new generations by continuously contributing to the education sectors of other societies.